Millions of years ago, Earth was a wild and untamed place. Endless forests stretched as far as the eye could see, their thick canopies hiding secrets older than time itself. Towering trees, strange plants, and giant ferns created a dense maze where countless creatures fought for survival. Among them were early humans, small in number and fragile in appearance, but fierce in spirit. They were hunters and gatherers, always alert to dangers lurking in the shadows. Their survival depended not just on strength, but on their wits, courage, and unity. The land was harsh. Climate shifts brought scorching heat and freezing cold, forcing the tribes to move and adapt. Predators roamed freely. Saber-toothed cats, giant birds with talons sharp as swords, and monstrous reptiles dominating rivers and plains. But beneath the earth, in dark tunnels and hidden caverns, something even more terrifying stirred. Deep underground, the giant mutant worm lay coiled like a living nightmare. Hundreds of feet long, armored with thick segmented plates and equipped with massive jaws, it was a force of nature unlike any other. The worm had lived for centuries, mutated by strange minerals and volcanic energy seeping through the rocks. It was blind, but had an acute sense of vibrations, detecting every movement above. One day, a minor earthquake shook the ground, awakening the beast. With a thunderous roar, it tunneled upwards, bursting through the soil and rocks, sending clouds of dust into the air. Its arrival shocked a nearby tribe of prehistoric men who were gathering food near the riverbank. The tribe's hunters first noticed the trembling earth, falling trees, and a strange, deep rumble echoing through the valley. Suddenly, the giant worm emerged, its segmented body glistening under the sun, its mouth opening wide to reveal rows of razor-sharp teeth. Panic swept through the tribe. Some ran for shelter, while others, driven by fear and courage, stood their ground. Their leader, a strong and clever man named Cora, shouted commands and rallied the hunters. "We can't run," Cora said. "We fight to protect our home, our families, and our future." Armed with spears carved from stone and fire torches, the hunters prepared for battle. They knew they couldn't defeat the worm by brute force. It was too large and powerful. Instead, they relied on intelligence and teamwork. As the worm lunged forward, the hunters threw spears at its vulnerable segments. Some aimed for its eyes, sensitive spots that, though covered, could be targeted. The worm thrashed, crushing trees and rocks with its powerful body. But the hunters were quick, dodging its attacks and setting fire to nearby bushes to create smoke and confusion. The battle lasted for hours. The worm's strength was unmatched, but the hunters' determination was fiercer. They used the terrain to their advantage, leading the beast into narrow ravines and rocky cliffs. Cora devised a plan to trap the worm in a deep pit. Working together, the tribe dug a large hole and camouflaged it with branches and leaves. As the worm charged again, it fell into the pit with a deafening crash. Trapped, but not defeated, the worm thrashed wildly, trying to break free. The hunters surrounded the pit, throwing their spears and lighting the edges on fire to keep it contained. Cora climbed down into the pit, spear in hand, ready for the final strike. With a mighty yell, he plunged his spear into the worm's soft underbelly. The beast howled in pain, thrashing one last time before collapsing. The battle was won, but the cost was high. Many hunters were injured, and the tribe mourned those who had fallen. But Cora knew this victory meant more than survival. It was a testament to human courage, intelligence, and unity. The prehistoric man had faced a seemingly unbeatable monster and emerged victorious. As the sun rose over the ancient world, the tribe looked forward with hope. They had conquered the giant mutant worm, a symbol of the wild, dangerous world they called home. Life after the battle wasn't easy. The victory gave them courage, but also taught them valuable lessons about their harsh environment. They needed to grow stronger, smarter, and more united to survive. Hunters returned to the village, sharing stories of bravery. Around the campfire, elders told tales of courage and teamwork, teaching the young ones about the importance of unity. The tribe began adapting in new ways. They built better tools, sharpened their spears, and developed safer hunting strategies. They learned to create fire more easily, using it for warmth, cooking, and protection. The experience with the giant worm taught them to be wary of unstable ground. They marked dangerous areas, warning others to avoid those spots. Cora encouraged exploration, believing survival depended on knowing and respecting their world. Though the giant mutant worm was gone, its tunnels became shelters for smaller animals and even humans during storms or attacks. Its massive body, buried underground, became a source of bones and materials. The tribe crafted tools and weapons from its hard plates, turning a terrifying enemy into a source of strength. New threats emerged: larger predators, shifting climates, droughts, floods, and cold winters. Each challenge tested their resilience. But the tribe was changed. The battle with the worm made them wiser and more prepared. They hunted with weapons and knowledge, relying on teamwork. One day, a scout found strange footprints, bigger than any animal they had seen. The tribe realized their world still held mysteries and dangers to be discovered. Despite hardships, their spirit never broke. They celebrated victories with dances and songs, passing stories through generations. The tale of the giant mutant worm became a legend, a symbol of the endless struggle between humans and the wild. Cora was remembered as the leader who taught his people to face the unknown with courage and intelligence. Millions of years ago, Earth was a place of danger and wonder. Prehistoric humans faced unimaginable creatures and challenges. Their survival depended on adaptation, learning, and unity. The story of the giant mutant worm reminds us of the wild forces they battled and the strength they found within themselves. It's more than a fight. It's the birth of human resilience, creativity, and hope.